20 And in the 28th Jubilee, 1324 to 1372 AM, Noah began to enjoin upon his sons' sons the ordinances and commandments, and all the judgments that he knew, and he exhorted his sons to observe righteousness, and to cover the shame of their flesh, and to bless their Creator, and honor father and mother, and love their neighbor, and guard their souls from fornication and uncleanness and all iniquity. 21 For owing to these three things came the flood upon the earth, namely, owing to the fornication wherein the watchers against the Torah of their ordinances went a-whoring after the daughters of men, and took themselves wives of all which they chose, and they made the beginning of uncleanness. 22 And they begat sons the Naphidim, and they were all unlike, and they devoured one another. And the giants slew the Naphil, and the Naphil slew the Eljo, and the Eljo mankind, and one man another. 23 And every one sold himself to work iniquity and to shed much blood, and the earth was filled with iniquity. 24 And after this they sinned against the beasts and birds, and all that moves and walks on the earth. And much blood was shed on the earth, and every imagination and desire of men imagined vanity and evil continually. 25 And Yahweh destroyed everything from off the face of the earth, because of the wickedness of their deeds, and because of the blood which they had shed in the midst of the earth he destroyed everything. 26 And we were left, I and you, my sons, and everything that entered with us into the ark, and behold I see your works before me that you do not walk in righteousness. For in the path of destruction you have begun to walk, and you are parting one from another, and are envious one of another, and so it comes that you are not in harmony, my sons, each with his brother. 27 For I see, and behold the demons have begun their seductions against you and against your children, and now I fear on your behalf, that after my death you will shed the blood of men upon the earth, and that you, too, will be destroyed from the face of the earth. 28 For whoso sheds man's blood, and whoso eats the blood of any flesh, shall all be destroyed from the earth. 29 And there shall not be left any man that eats blood, or that sheds the blood of man on the earth. Nor shall there be left to him any seed or descendants living under heaven. For into Sheol shall they go, and into the place of condemnation shall they descend, and into the darkness of the deep shall they all be removed by a violent death. 30 There shall be no blood seen upon you of all the blood there shall be all the days in which you have killed any beasts or cattle or whatever flies upon the earth, and work you a good work to your souls by covering that which has been shed on the face of the earth. 31 And you shall not be like him who eats with blood, but guard yourselves that none may eat blood before you. Cover the blood, for thus have I been commanded to testify to you and your children, together with all flesh. 32 And suffer not the soul to be eaten with the flesh, that your blood, which is your life, may not be required at the hand of any flesh that sheds it on the earth. 33 For the earth will not be clean from the blood which has been shed upon it. For, only, through the blood of him that shed it will the earth be purified throughout all its generations. 34 And now, my children, listen. Work judgment and righteousness that you may be planted in righteousness over the face of the whole earth, and your praise lifted up before Yahweh my Almighty, who saved me from the waters of the flood. 35 And behold, you will go and build for yourselves cities, and plant in them all the plants that are upon the earth, and moreover all fruit-bearing trees. 36 For 3 years the fruit of everything that is eaten will not be gathered, and in the 4th year its fruit will be accounted Kadesh, and they will offer the first fruits, acceptable before the Most High Yahweh, who created heaven and earth and all things. Let them offer in abundance the first of the wine and oil as first fruits on the altar of Yahweh, who receives it, and what is left let the servants of the house of Yahweh eat before the altar which receives it. 37 And in the 5th year make you the release so that you release it in righteousness and uprightness, and you shall be righteous, and all that you plant shall prosper. 38 For thus did Enoch, the father of your father, command Methuselah, his son, and Methuselah his son Lamech, and Lamech commanded me all the things which his fathers commanded him. 39 And I also will give you commandment, my sons, as Enoch commanded his son in the first Jubilees. While still living, the 7th in his generation, he commanded and testified to his son and to his son's sons until the day of his death.